You know, for years that I've been living in the van, summertime has always been a drag. The reason it's been a drag is because of this. Yeah, it's 95 degrees out here. I know it doesn't look like it's 95 degrees. Trust me, it's 95 degrees out here. However, I am currently in the shade, which makes the 95 degrees a little bit more bearable. However, one of the problems of being in 95 degree weather is that there's no airflow in the van. I have airflow in the van. There's just one little tiny problem with that I need, if I have the windows and the doors open, then that means bugs are going to get in. Let me show you my latest innovation. Screens. Yeah, I put up screens. Thank God. It's been very nice. Put up screens. Yay. Howdy, and welcome to Daily Miles. I have a few updates, some changes. But first, as you can tell, I'm at Home Depot. And the reason I'm at Home Depot is for one of those updates. Let's get into it. So here's the updates. Well, as it turns out, my transmission is not fucked. The transmission is probably just fine, but you never know with a vehicle this old. Here's what happened, I think what happened. So, right before I left my hostess's place, I basically hadn't started the van for a little while. And I think you can sort of see where this is going. The gas basically became bad. So when I went to go fill it up, right as I was leaving, it hiccuped. And it did this twice. Every time that I filled up, or the 2 times that I filled up, right afterwards it would hiccup. So what Larry suggested, thank you very much to Larry, what Larry suggested was put in some gas treatment and clean out all that nasty gas and let it run. So I've been doing that. And it seems to be running just fine. But the real test is when I go put some gas in it, it should hopefully not hiccup. And that's what I was experiencing. All right, so that's issue number 1. Issue number 2, or update number 2, is let me show you. Ta-da! Almost ta-da. I got a few things to do. I still have one monster hole to drill right here. But other than that, new solar panel. It's 200 watts instead of 100 watts. And we shall see whether or not it does what it's supposed to do. So there you go. That's the update. All right, the finished install. All right, so I used 1-inch bar here, a 1.5-inch aluminum bar here. What I did was I used the mounting points for the roof rack, what would have been a roof rack here, and used those bars to stretch across to those mounting points. Drilled holes in the metal, in the aluminum bars, one here, here, there, and there, and the same thing on the back side, so that the panel is mounted to the bar and the bar is mounted to the roof. And on the because flexible solar panels have a failing when they're attached directly to a metal surface. Well, at least I think that's what I heard. To prevent that from happening, so that they don't fail, you need to create an air gap under them, and that's where this stuff comes in. So I only needed a small amount of it. It's not going to touch right there. It's not going to touch there. So what I did was I just mounted a small amount of it just across the center point so that it doesn't sag or hit the roof of the van. So long story short, there's your install. Unfortunately, there's a tiny little problem. Well, kitties, there's the van, and here's my install of my 200-watt panel, all installed and accessible. Yippee! This is one little tiny problem. That panel, in direct sunlight, is only pulling 100 watts of power. At minimum, it should be pulling 150. The question is, what am I doing wrong? Why is it not, why am I only getting 100 watts of power? This is a 200-watt panel, and as I pointed out to you in that last segment, it's only pulling 100 watts at this point. So I may have to undo everything that I've just done. Fortunately, in this case, this is a really easy to undo because nothing is really, glued down yet. And it will never be glued down. But for the most part, it's pulling 100 watts, and 100 watts is better than nothing. So maybe the connectors are wrong. These guys, maybe I haven't fully, on my end, on my side, fixed the connectors because one of the connectors was bad the last couple of times, so I had to cut it and replace it. So maybe that's a thing. I don't know. I got nothing. All right. Well, in the meantime, there's what I got going on. For the most part, it's installed, ready to go. Now, there's something you don't see every day. Honestly, I think they're kind of cool. Some people hate them. All right, time to bring this episode to a close. And, yeah, just a quick update. Got a replacement solar panel, 200 watts. Don't know whether or not it'll work or not, but we'll see what we'll see. And in the meantime, they also refunded my purchase, so win. And after that, I'm gonna get on the road again. Thanks a bunch for listening. Thanks a bunch for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Look at that. I think it's cool. Not cool enough to spend almost $90,000 on one, but still, they're cool looking. Alrighty, kitties. Thanks a bunch for listening. Thanks a bunch for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.